Hello, everyone. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. It's Marilyn, and I have a fun technique that I want to share with all of you. I just create this background in the next layout using the same design of the pattern paper. I just play with the paper and create this lovely dimensional background that I hope that you enjoy. And I try not to add too much elements on the page because I just want to highlight the design or the background work. And but first, before I started the tutorial, let me remind you that don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Yeah, when you click the bell, you will receive any notifications every time that I upload a video tutorial. And remember that any question that you have, any comments, just let me down below, that I just love to read all your comments. Well, my friends, let's get started. I hope that you enjoyed. See you soon. Bye. Take care. Bye. Okay, it is the page, the layout that I told you. I just love it, and I'm using my Creative Scrapbook August kit. This is the paper. Look how lovely it is. It is from the Glory of the Garden collection by Fern Studios, and I'm going to play here with all these diagonals to make the design. I'm using a craft knife, and I'm going to cut through all these lines on the background. I started cutting from the center because at this moment I wasn't sure what shape I'm going to give. I just started to cut in to see how it works. So I am taking my time and cut, and you will see that this paper is very strong, so you will need to cut twice in some areas. And I'm going to use the scissor. You will see later. Once I cut the first one, I will continue making like a shape, starting to create or build a shape on the background. And let me tell you, because what happened, I'm using this craft knife over this glass mat that I bought recently. It is the glass mat from Tin Halls, and I don't recommend you to use a craft knife in this glass because I made a lot of scratches with the knife. No, you will need like a rubber mat on the background when you cut something. I don't recommend you to cut direct on the glass. I ruined my glass. But anyway, just to let you know what my experience about with this glass. I am continuing cutting here and creating a shape as you see on the background, and look all the negative and the positive here. And I cut this part here on the bottom because as you see, this is the lovely photo, and I want to place the photo behind the flowers. So this is the shape that I create, and I want to add a white cardstock on the back to highlight all these design. You see here how it looks, and this is the color blooms that comes in the kit. It is in like a gold color, so I'm going to prepare this. Now I remove the lid, and I'm going to add water and shake this and put it aside to let that all these powers blend well mix well with the water. Okay, it is the stencil that comes in the kit this month, and I want to use the Distress Ink tea dye to add the textures and the design on the background. I am apply a soft coat, a light coat with the Distress Ink here, and I am rubbing this. This is a makeup, the one that you bought. I'm talking about the brush. This one I bought at $1.03, and it's from Makeup, and I just love how it blends the Distress Ink in the cardstock. So I am trying to, you see, to give a touch, and I put the pattern paper in that way I can see the area that I need more of these textures on the background. Now I'm going to spray the color bloom that comes in the kit a little here and there because I want that the background look soft, and you can see here the yellow parts. And I'm going to use the heat tool to dry this. And now I take a paper towel to remove a little of the gold color. Just a little to remove, because I don't want the gold look very bright on the background. And you can see here how it looks. Now I place the pattern paper, and I think that I love how it looks. And I'm going now to add 3D font tape on the back of this pattern paper, because I want that the diagonals take dimensions, and you see here. Now I'm going to adhere this to the white cardstock, and I add liquid glue in the border of the white cardstock, and that's it, because the rest has the 3D foam tape. And now I'm going to adhere this to the background, and you can see here how different it looks now. Now I'm adding now a piece of cardboard behind the photo, just to add more dimensions and pop out the photo to the center. But I think that I always love to use cheesecloth, and this time, and I'm using the same brush and add the same distress ink, the tea dye, to a piece of cheesecloth. I just want that they look like a little dirty, the cheesecloth, or vintage. And I take one of the ephemera packages words or phrase, and I distress the borders, and also add a piece of cardboard. This is from the ephemera packages too, and I cut out I trimmed off the white border of these pieces. And I'm adding this card behind the photo from the ephemera package too. These are the flowers that comes in the kit from Prima, and I am playing and making the composition using all the elements from the kits, the butterflies, the flowers. You can see here. And now I'm going to add the cheesecloth. Look how lovely touch gives the cheesecloth to the page. And I add brown color, because if you notice the photo, I just love this photo. It's so lovely, and the couple looks when the light gives, the shadow turns like brown in the photo. So that is the reason that I add all this. And you can see here, you see everything looks soft. I don't add too much elements, but looks pretty. That is the important, because I want to focus on the photo and the background work. And once I have all these already adhered, I just take these punches and cut some hearts and distress them with the same distress ink. And I'm going to add a few of these hearts here in the same flow of the same movement of all the elements that I already add. And you see, and it gives the hearts are like are in the air or something like that, I don't know. And I add another one here in the title, and look how everything looks. Now I'm going to add textures. I'm using glass bead. I also have these mica flakes, and I have the distress, the glitter distress in. I think that I said incorrect. I know that is a distress glitter. And first I started applying the glass beads with 3D gloss gel. I'm adding this over the fabric, over the cheesecloth, and in some areas here, and around the flowers. And I try to add also in between the diagonal shapes on the background, just to highlight the dimension that the background has. And once I add all these glass beads around all these elements on the background, I will add also a little of the glitter, or the distressed glitter. But first I am adding some pearls. I'm trying to add all the light elements first, and now I will add the glitter, the vintage glitter, here to see in what area I want to give this dark accent on the background. And one thing that I love about this glitter is that is because it's vintage, is like a vintage glitter. I don't know how to explain, but it doesn't have this sparkling effect. Just a soft shiny on the background. Once I add all these textures, I just cover the photo and I'm adding white paint splatters over all this area. It gives nice textures and it soft a little the background. You see here, look how it looks. It's wet and it gives this lovely effect. Now I take this paint, the white pearl metallic paint, to add in some areas on the background. This is the pink Paislee stamp that comes in the kit, and I decided to use it on this page. I will take the words that are in the rectangle of the stamp, and I'm going to use first the distress ink that I already used, the tea dye, to see. I'm not sure at this moment which of the two distress ink that I'm going to use will look better. This is the first one, and the second one is the vintage oxide ink. The oxide ink, you know, that is stronger, it will look I think better because I can see the words here. So I went with the Distress Vintage Photo Oxide. And now I'm cutting around all these words here. And now it is the last step. I'm going to add here the words that I already stamped here between the flowers and the butterflies and one closer to the photo. And it is ready now. And you can see here the final result. I hope that you love it as much as I do. Look the details, the dimension that the diagonal work creates on the background. Remember that in the description box down below is the link to the kit and my social media. Here are 2 more videos that maybe you are interested, and I hope to see you soon with other video tutorial. Nos vemos, bye bye.